Olympia is growing in every way. Commercial, residential, people moving here, businesses moving here, and we want to give you the inside scoop of the hottest things that are happening in development here in 2025.
We're Joe and Charity, local real estate agents, and we help people just like you every week who are considering moving to the Pacific Northwest. So stick around and find out what's new in 2025.
When you look on a map, you'll notice that Olympia, Lacey, and Tumwater are all kind of connected together, and they are. So we're going to let you know of all the new developments that are going to be taking place in residential and commercial in all of those areas.
We're first going to start with Olympia, and one very exciting development is West Bay Yards. Now, I'm excited about this because since Joe and I moved here, we've talked about how much more opportunity there is around the water space, and why isn't there more developed around the water space? Well,
this is going to solve part of that problem.
That's right.
Because there's a section along the West Bay. There's East Bay Road, West Bay Road, either side of the bay. And that is finally going to be developed, and it's going to be developed in a very unique way that's going to both blend commercial use, residential. Actually, quite a few residential homes are going to be included. There's about 478 of them, which that's a fairly good number, and we need those houses.
We do, and about 20,000 square feet of commercial space. So there'll be retail shops, restaurants, hopefully another bakery because you love the bakeries, coffee shops, and also a gym and a swimming pool. So it's going to be quite spectacular. And on top of that, there'll be an outdoor space and an area where you can launch a kayak. So it's going to be a highlight.
That is going to be great. One thing that I like about this, because I'm one of those that always wants a good parking spot, they're going to have 830 of them. It's going to be underground, which is absolutely fantastic. So that area is going to have a lot of parking, and they're going to resolve that and make it so it's easy to get to downtown and experience the downtown things that we love to do.
That's amazing. I'm super excited for that. I think I already said that, but I just want to tell you again. Now, this isn't all going to be accomplished in 2025, unfortunately, but the ball is rolling.
Yeah, it's going to get going. It's going to get started. And of course, once they get going, it's going to get completed eventually. And we like that, completed projects.
Speaking of projects that are already going, there's another mixed-use project in the downtown area called Market Flats.
This project is a 5-story mixed-use development. On the ground floor is commercial space, and someone's going to be shops and development with residential units above it, 44 units incidentally, which is fantastic use of the space in that area.
And they're going to include parking as well in that one. So that's going to be great.
Another project that we're excited about is the Armory Creative Campus.
Yeah, we're very excited about that. It is what it sounds like. It's an armory, an old armory, very cool building.
Very cool building.
Being transformed into a creative space. It already gets used for creative space. In fact, right now, there are people creating their costumes for the procession of the species. And if you want to know what that is, watch some of our other videos where we talk about the art scene. But this area is going to be completely transformed. The outdoor space is going to be transformed, the indoor space, and it's all going to be so people can come and be creative, which I absolutely love. It's really a part of the Olympia vibe and the feel here. So people are going to have a designated space to be able to express themselves.
For those of us who love to cycle, well, we've got some great things coming down the pipe.
There are some new bike corridors being developed, and one of them is the downtown corridor, and the other one is the west side corridor. Those are going to connect trails that are already in existence, as well as create new spaces for people to bike all throughout the city.
Yeah, this is great, especially because it just makes it a little bit safer for us that love to share the road, be on the road bikes, that type of thing. This is fantastic.
And for those who are working on minimizing their carbon footprint, this will definitely help you out so you can not drive a car and just use your bike.
As more people are moving to the area, we definitely need some more housing. And we're going to highlight not each one of the individual projects that are taking place, but some of the bigger ones to let you know what's coming down in each of those areas.
Yeah, so first in Olympia, we just want to let you know there's one called Green Cove Park, and we're highlighting this one because it's quite large. It's going to be 50 acres with 177 family units, which is pretty spectacular.
Good number. We like that.
This is on the west side in Olympia, and the best way for you to find out all the projects that Olympia is working on is to go onto their website. They have a really great interactive map where you can see the projects that are in proposal stage, that are already being built, and those have been finished. And if you need a link to that, just comment below and we will get you a link so that you can find it easily.
So we highlighted Olympia. Next, we want to highlight Tumwater because Tumwater's got some cool things going on, and one of them is the Tumwater Craft District.
Tumwater Craft District, I think, is the best addition that we have had for the food and drink scene in the area, and it's really fun. There's a huge building that's got a ton of different restaurants and art studios
So for the foodies there, or if those of you that also like to have a little libation, it's got wine, it's got cider, it's got beer. There's also a distillery in that area. So it's got you covered. And in the future, they're going to have a 2,000 seat outdoor amphitheater. So that's going to be amazing, especially on our brilliant summer evenings.
Yeah, it's incredible. In fact, there's going to be 6 buildings there overall. Currently, there's 2. And there's 1 in construction right now. So it's something to watch and it's something to go visit because you can get some great food and great drinks.
Yeah, and we pass it almost every time we go to Costco. Right next to the craft district, literally eyesight away, is the Brewery District. Now, there's an old building there that has been dilapidated for years. We've wondered what in the world is happening. When's somebody gonna do something? Well, it's coming our way.
It is finally, and that is the site of the old Olympia Beer Company, and we are known for that here. In fact, you'll hear a lot about it once you move here and all the history around it. And Tumwater's history really does surround that area, and that's why they've created the craft district. What's great about this is that it's moving forward.
Yes.
There is environmental activity happening to make sure that they clear the building safely, and the plan is for it to be a mixed-use area where there's going to be retail and more restaurants and more activities and more wonderful things. So Tumwater is really doing a lot of really cool.
Yes, I think so. They're crushing it, especially in that region. The next area development is the Capitol Boulevard corridor plan. Now, what they're doing with this is they're making that area just more vibrant. What's great about this project is they're going to be including about 45,000 square foot of retail commercial space, as well as 380 residential units. You're going to get that mixed use again, but it's really creating a wonderful atmosphere in that area.
Yeah, and they're going to beautify it, and they're going to make transportation easier, and it's going to be a really great enhancement to the Tumwater area. Along with all this commercial development, there's also a lot of housing development going on. But just like in Olympia, we're only going to mention one highlight. And the highlight is the Craft 2 development. This is really cool because it's part of that whole craft district area. And you're going to be next to all that great food. You're going to be next to all those great venues, all that great retail space. And in this area, you're also really close to the Deschutes River and the park there. This particular development is going to have 95 units. And it's also, by the way, close to the golf course and also close to the Valley Fitness Club. So it's going to be the spot to be when this gets built. And once again, this one isn't going to be finished in 2025, but it's in the works.
Yeah, it's getting started. It's going to be a wonderful walkable community. So if that's something important to you, it's going to be something you want to keep on your radar. Moving from Tumwater, we're going to go to the other side of Olympia, and that is in Lacey. And one of the projects that is coming down the pike is a new police station.
The new police station is important because the old one was old and outdated and too small. And as you can see here in these site development plans, the next one is going to be beautiful and it's going to be expansive. It will have room for things that they haven't had room to do before. And we're really excited about it. The police force does a great job in all the cities around here. And we're glad that they're going to have a place to work out of that's going to be beneficial to them and all of us in the community.
Yeah, it's fantastic. We've talked about the growth of the area, more people moving in. We obviously need more police to go along with that. So this is just going to be moving that forward in wonderful ways. Another development in the Lacey area that's in the works is the Greg Cuyo Park.
This park is 139 acres, and there's also going to be several miles of trails developed. So this is something that's very exciting. In fact, I was talking just today with the deputy mayor of Lacey, and he said this is one of the most exciting projects that they have going on in Lacey right now.
Another development that we're highlighting in Lacey is the land that is surrounding Cabelas. So all of us who love our outdoors and we stop by that shop on a regular basis have wondered to ourselves, well, when are they going to do something here? Well, now you're going to know.
So the Nisqually tribe is actually going to be doing quite a large development here. It's going to be 74-acre Quamuth Resort and 174-acre Quamuth Village. So the resort is going to be the casino, the restaurant, all the stuff that goes along with that. And the village is going to have retail, housing, open space, and cultural amenities. So overall, this is going to be quite a large space with all kinds of great things going on.
Absolutely, for sure. To go along with all this commercial development and mixed-use development and casino development, there is also housing development. Now, the great thing is there is a place called the Mushroom Corner that used to have mushrooms that they grew and fostered and sold and distributed, and it also left itself a little bit of a stench. That has gone away, and that area is now going to be developed into homes.
There are 2 developments going into this area. One is called Morel Meadows, which aptly named after the mushroom.
That's right.
It's 32 acres and it's planned for 179 single-family units, which is pretty awesome. And right next door, there's Monarch Meadows, and that one is 30 acres with over 125 units. So between the 2 of them, there's a lot of housing coming to just that corner, and that's why we're highlighting this one. Of course, there's pockets of other ones going on in the area, but this one is going to be quite significant. And I just drove by it yesterday, and there's a lot going on with the ground clearing and everything.
Now, as you can see with all that development that's on the books for 2025 and beyond, there's a good reason we're growing, and there's a good reason for you to come here. So if you're considering moving here, our economic forecast is very good. We're doing the infrastructure that needs to increase quality of life of people who move here, as well as for us who've been living here and love it a lot. So if that's something you're considering, or you have some more questions about what's taking place, go ahead and shoot us a text or give us a call on the number below. We'd be more than happy to have a conversation and help you out.
So if you've enjoyed this video, then you are definitely going to want to keep watching. The next one coming up is just as great.